If you had to pick one leg of this race to win, it would be this leg. It's a leg more than anything you want to get out of the way. Yes, you want to win it, but most importantly I wanted to arrive in Itajaí without any kind of disaster under my belt and knowing that we were still in contention. The hardest moment, or the period where I had most anxiety, was definitely in the storm off of Argentina, when we had, we repeatedly had over 50 knots of wind. It was a terrible, terrible sea state, one of the worst sea states I've sailed in, and obviously we just desperately wanted to finish the leg and didn't want to break anything, and yet we felt pretty out of control. People talk about when to back off and looking after the boat, and it is hard because you don't know where the line is that you mustn't cross until you've crossed it, and then it's too late. So it's always a difficult one. We did back off a bit, drop the keel, deliberately slowed the boat down a bit in that storm off of Argentina for a relatively short period of time. But the rest of the time, I have to say, we were pretty much flat out as fast as we could go. We were very lucky with the weather on this leg. Yes, we had strong wind, but we didn't have huge storms. We didn't have 50, 60 knots on the nose, Southern Ocean. We had periods of strong wind, but mostly the kind of strong wind that you could still race and push hard in.
We probably were a little bit aggressive trying to jibe with the spinnaker up at only one reef. It was pitch black. I was steering, couldn't really pick the waves, but I have to say I wasn't particularly confident going into it, but we just threw it in anyway. The good thing is we got through and got on the new tack. We didn't wipe out to windward or anything crazy. I mean, we just had a broach out of the jibe, so it wasn't too dramatic. It could have been a lot worse, but probably should have been a bit more prudent.
I can tell you now there is no danger of complacency within our team, and I talk about the shore team in terms of how we prepare the boat, the sailing team, how we sail the boat. There is absolutely, as long as I'm skipper of this team, there is not a shadow of a chance of any complacency. Gothenburg still appears a very long way away for us. We've still got 4 tough legs, as you've seen in the last leg. If you retire for a leg for any reason, and there could be a whole bunch of reasons why you might have to retire from a leg, then the scoreboard will look entirely different. So our job is to keep the pressure on, get as far ahead as we can, and then that will hopefully give us a bit of a cushion to enable us, to still be in the lead should we make any mistakes or should we have to retire at any point. So there's no doubt in our mind that we've got to keep pushing as hard as we can right to the very end.